Testing 1 2 mic check. Oh, I think we live. I think we live. Let me double check the stream real quick, man. What's going on, everybody? If we live right now, I hope I ain't talking outside of my neck. But if we are live, thank you for being here today. Man, I got a comment. Because listen, I love reading comments, y'all. I love reading comments. So please join me in the comments. I won't be before you long because I got to study. I got to preach in the morning. I want to do some last minute studying. Let's see here. All right, yep, we live, baby. We live. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Be sure to come in and chat with us. If this is your first time being here, please announce yourself. I want to hear from you. I want to give you a warm welcome to the stream. And if you like this type of content, please subscribe. Please subscribe, okay? All right. Look, we're gonna go over. We're gonna use. I got the track here ready. We're gonna use Alan Stone's Unaware. We're gonna use that. It's gonna be in the key of let's see. What key would this be in? I think this would be probably B major. Uh-oh. Hang on. Let's get some sound here. If somebody's out there, somebody let me know if you hear the sound. Let's see here. What we're doing. Let me see. I'm trying to pull up. Let me see if I can pull up, make sure the track and our notifications are on. Let's see. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, so look, let's go over this track. Let's go over this lesson. Let's go over this track. Yeah, look, Gary, if you ain't seen it yet, I posted that. I think it is my most recent video. I think I posted it this morning. All right, I got that. All you gotta do is say yes. I got that. Look, but just for a warm up, let's go over it real quick. Just for a warm up, Gary. My man, how you doing though? How you doing, my man? And yes, and my brother Gary right here is excuse me, is the one who inspired that lesson. He said, hey, it ain't really got much guitar in it, but I got the track still right here. So just real quick, and then I want to come back, excuse me, y'all. Then I want to come back to let me take this down just a little bit here. And then I want to come back to oh, he said, okay, all right, he got it. Yeah. Today I want to go over because I want to talk about sometimes you might be playing a progression and it seems a little boring, okay? And it seems a little boring. And so today we're gonna get into music theory just a little bit, okay? But I wanted to go live just because I think this would be a good time for us to interact. I was a part of Kevin Wilson's free guitar session that he did today. He did it today, and it just really showed me how important it is to have that live community, and it just really inspired me. I'm thinking about maybe getting a Zoom session together where the community here can gather and share and swap some ideas. I definitely don't have the knowledge that Dr. Wilson has, but I seen how important having community is, man. What's going on though, Ramus? How you doing, my man? So look, we got this progression we're dealing with here today. I got the track, but like I said, it's in the key of B major. But a lot of times in that neo soul, man, you'll be like a lot of times I'm hearing the 4. So what we got, we in the key of B, and we on our 4, which is a E major 7. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear the guitar and hear everything, if my volume is good. Y'all let me know if my volume and everything is good. So we got E major 7. This is the progression. So we got 4, 3. A very common progression in R&B and that neo soul style. And it's them 7s that kind of, because I could play it. Uh-oh. It still got some of the feel, but when you add them 7s, And then especially you put the, and I know my man Gary, he likes these chords. So Gary would probably come like here and then go, let's see. I know he like that 9 shape. And you can do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Excuse me. So so it's we good. He said it wet. I hope that's good. It ain't too wet. I don't want to be slippery. So this progression is simple, right? It's simple. But so what we got going on now, the first thing to do is to add dynamic, okay? Adding dynamic adds so much to your playing, okay? Dynamic is things that don't really change the chord, but dynamic is things like strumming, sliding into the chords, the pattern that you choose to strum, or or arpeggiating it. All right, it's not so much as changing or knowing more chords and doing differently with, you know, adding different chords and everything to it, because we're gonna get into leading tones. But the first thing is being able to just take it from just being. All right, because what we're doing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the. But you hear how empty that feels? Now, I remember when I first started playing, that was everything. If I could just do that, that was everything, right? So what the first thing you can do is start. And what I'm doing there is I'm palm muting a little bit, hammer-ons and slide-ons. That's right, Gary, hammer-ons and slide-ins. So look, matter of fact, let me put my chat over here. I want to be able to see my chat. So let me put my chat over here so I can see y'all head on, okay? Let me put my chat over here. I want to be able to see y'all head on. Just see when it pops up. So yeah. Oh, and thank you for the happy anniversary. Thank you, man. Thank you. I just seen that. See? So that's sliding into it. Matter of fact, what you'll hear on this track is that's it. Or they probably might go here. So they're probably going. You say that you. Yeah, that's it. See, that's more of the vocal and the vocal run from so. But that's adding more chords. I don't want to add more chords just yet. So one thing you do is that palm mute. That palm mute is so much. Yes, soloing in between the chord. All right, so outlining the chord. So if we playing this E major 7, you know you can play the E major. You can play the E major when we playing this minor 7. Right here, what is that? E flat minor 7. When we playing that, we can play the E flat pentatonic. When we come to this C sharp minor, or even if we playing it here. So, and that's with them hammer on. So when you playing this major 7, you can always. And you can always pinky on here. This is so y'all. I'm with the right group today. So these are things that you can add dynamic with, right? These are just adding flavors. How about a little? I'm not really adding chords. I'm just now we're getting into adding and doing passing things, right? Filling up space. Now, sometimes, listen, space is important. Space is very important. You got to let that track breathe sometimes, okay? And you don't want to be greedy sometimes as guitar players. Listen, I ain't even gonna we ain't finna bag the guitar players like that, man. Sometimes any musician can get caught up in trying to fill so much space up to where what you're doing loses value, because space is valuable too. You want to be able to let it move. You want to be able to let it breathe. And when you're doing too much and you're flooding it, it takes away from the value of what you're doing, right? Right? So we got dynamic. Add your whammy. You got your whammy bar. And then now we can go to the next level. Let's go to another level. So how I'm just gonna tell you how I think, and y'all help me out. I want to hear from y'all too. I want to hear what else y'all would mix in. Okay. So now when you're in this neo souls type stuff, inverting and substituting goes a long way, right? So really, this E major 7 can be substituted with that C minor 7. And I know this because I want you to look at this. Look what we have here. Look at this triad we have here, right? And then what if we add this note? My man, Pastor Mike right there knows about that, right? All right, but what if we, look at this. Look what we got here. What if I just change that root? That's a C minor 7. Now throw that diminished chord in there. Now you're on to something. So, and what we can do, okay, so the diminished chord in the key of B, right? So this is our 4, our 5, which we can use the 5 like a dominant, our 6, and our 7 is right here. That's that minor 7 flat 5. So we can go. All right, you can always move that diminished in minor thirds. So 3 steps up. And then go back to the top. So, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're supposed to stay on that another 4 measures. But instead, what we can do is figure out a way how we're going to go back to 1. All right, or the first chord. I say 1. I don't want y'all to think I'm talking about B major. But how to get back to that 4. All right, how to get back to E major. I want to know how to get back to E major. So what I can do is I can hit that 7. And let's see how that sounds together. Now, I'm sliding way up here. Everything after that 12 is repeating itself. So let's see. I could go. Let's see. Right? Can I do that? Somebody help me. Or, I mean, we right here. So I can do that too, right? Because this chord is just repeating itself over and over again. So I could have backed it up. So let's see how this sounds. Uh-oh. Or I can use a diminished instead of that minor 7. I can use the diminished. We can go here. you ain't gotta play that top. Yeah, lower. See, yeah. Now that's gonna. I think that'll probably sound better. Instead of using half diminished, use a diminished 7. So that's but I gotta practice the finger. Now, one other thing we can do, we can use dominants like diminished chords, or we can use a 2-5-1. But we wouldn't use the 2-5-1 to the B major. We'll use 2-5-1 to the E, right? So okay, so let's try this out. Oh, excuse me. Now we can go 2-5-1 to that 3. So we can go now I want to keep in mind that I am in the key of B major, right? And knowing that I want to hit 7. Let's see how it sounds. Woo! Woo! Instead of hitting the diminished, I could do a diminished scale, right? Can I? So that diminished scale, excuse me, and it works over a dominant too. You can play the diminished scale over a dominant too. These things I'm just learning. Let's go the other way. Let's see. Am I missing comments over here? All right, we can do that. Let's pull up the track. Let's play the track. Let me pull up this track here. Yes, baby, I'm live. Let me see. That's it. Y'all let me know what the volume sound like. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? Hold on. It changed right there. See, that was a leading tone, but hold on. Hold on, y'all. We gotta get that volume good, good, good. I love a dominant 3, man. I'm sorry. But I like that. Let's play the track. I'm sorry. But so that was something else. Let's see. But and if they're using that, then you know that's gonna fit other places. See how that adds tension? Because we're telling a story here. And when you're telling a story, you don't want it to be boring. You don't want it to be predictable. And I think really, and when it comes to music, to impress someone, I was watching something I don't even remember what it was, but they was talking about like what really catches people's ear is when they hear something that surprises them. What impresses people, it ain't about doing now all the runs and the fast stuff, it's sometimes that's hard to predict that. But when you can't predict it and you get a surprise and something says, whoa, that don't fit there. I wasn't expecting that. Like that's what makes music beautiful. When you can when you're doing things that are unexpected, or maybe it seems like it don't fit or it's out of place, right? So and that's how you see how that caught the ear. Did y'all hear that when it played? But you hear how it tells us that the music is going somewhere else. Like I'm pretty sure that's on the chorus, on that part, and we're coming out of the chorus, or going into the chorus rather. I'm sorry. And my man Doramus is a producer, so you understand that element of it too. We need triggers to know that we're changing directions or we're getting to another place, all right, or we're going to another space. So you need to have some type of trigger, you know, and whether that be you're dropping some drums or adding some bass or you're doing a pass by tone. And I like this because what we're doing here is all right, and that's the secondary dominant. So like I was saying, the same way we're moving diminished chords in minor thirds. So if we're doing the diminished chord, as Doramus was talking about, the same way we're doing diminished chords. The same way we're doing that chord, we can use that dominant. Matter of fact, that probably is. Let me listen again. That might be a dominant chord. I'm definitely here. Dominant, excuse me. It might be a diminished chord. But the same way we're moving that diminished, we can move that dominant the same way. And that's where we get into secondary dominance. So a secondary dominant, okay, if we're in the key of B, we got to can we talk a little music theory? Can we learn just a little bit? I'm sorry, y'all. We're in the key of B, right? The dominant in B will be on the 5 chord, okay? So in this case, that's a F sharp dominant. F sharp dominant 7. All right. Like I said, we can move it in 3s, right? We got this dominant here. So now we're going to find a secondary dominant. Now, a secondary dominant could be the 5 of E. So what's the 5 of E? B. Another secondary dominant can be the same way we move that diminished, a minor third. So we hear, or we could move it the other way. So what's that? That's my B. Excuse me. That's A. Yeah. So let's hear how A sounds. That's different. Yeah. Am I doing a little bit, y'all? Y'all get your guitars and tune up. That's why some stuff ain't sounding right over here. I'm sorry. Is my battery going dead? All right. Sorry, y'all. Look. This right here. Y'all got to get you one of these if you ain't got one. This brand is what brand? I think it's called Sarka. It say super tight, but I think that's the model. But man, I think it was like $12, right? But what I like about this, cause I got a few, but what I like about this one in particular, this is my second one. What I like about this one in particular, you can recharge it. Yeah, you can recharge it. Oh my goodness, cause you don't know, man. Y'all run out of one of them batteries, run out of your battery. You can recharge this instead of having to go. Cause don't nobody keep whatever them C5 batteries or whatever that battery is. So look, let's play with this track some more. Let's play with this track some more. I'm curious now because some stuff wasn't sounding right when I was hitting it. So we're talking about yeah. Oh, that sound better. CR32. Yeah. See, you done had to go looking for them batteries before. That's how you know the name of them batteries. That's them one. Hey, that's them one, boy. That's them watch batteries. Y'all, I should have done tuned up already. I thought I was actually. My man Mike taught me this trick. He said, drop it down and tune up. It's much easier to tune up into the notes. So if there's any beginners out there and I'm gonna drop it down, take it out of tune, down, and tune up. Huh? Tell her I love her. What just happened to me? I think I'm picking up the wrong note or something. I'm sitting here bragging on this tuner, and it looked like it just failed me. For some reason, it's picking up F sharp, y'all. No, Gary said he ain't gonna dead. He take out of here white. Oh man. Said she ain't going nowhere. I know she ain't going nowhere. Cause I had to tune my guitar. I don't know. It might be time for some new strings. Huh? The zip code or the passcode? For what? Oh, 30179. All right, here we go. Let's see. Well, I wanted it. It's set on violin. Is it? It might be. I might have hit a button. I don't. It got some buttons on the back right here. How do I know though? You got one of these too? It do got it where I can either put it on vibrate or mic. Lord, I don't know what I just did. Some numbers done popped up on here. I don't know what I just did, y'all. I don't know how. What happens if I hold it? Hold on. I'm gonna turn it off and turn it back on. Okay, so talking about tone. Now listen, all right, listen. A lot of guys say tone is in your hands, and it is. So a lot of it is in your hands, but a lot of it is dynamic, like I was talking about as well. But for my tone here, listen, I like clean. Okay, I like clean tone. Now I got some stuff I can crank it up, and we can go gain, and there's a time and a place for that. But really, especially during this, I like clean with a little reverb. It's a little reverb. A little reverb, and reverb is that kind of echo. You hear how you hear how it kind of sound hollow a little bit. How you still hear the resonance of it afterwards, and I'm not talking about just sustain. Sustaining is like how a note lasts, but in order to get that tone, what I tell you, okay, I'm using a Fender Champ. This is a little practice. I mean, it's like this, not even that wide. It's like this wide. I try to straighten my hands up. It's backwards. It's like this wide. I mean, I think it might be a 12. It might be a 12. So, and so if you got a little reverb, you want to use a little reverb. But so on this particular amp, and I mean, this is usually kind of how I set my little, you see this little pedal board over here. I got this Boss ME80. And so for most of my videos, it's either with this Fender or with this Boss ME80. And I mean, they'll have similar tones. I wanted to pull this Fender out. I've been using it for the past few videos. But I got my treble set on 7. And my bass for right now is set on 7.5. I don't have no mids on this one, but if I had mids, I would probably back it out a little bit. What I'm listening to is the sound. So when I set it up, here's another thing that some people do. They'll have their volume all the way up. When you setting your amp, and you don't want to have your volume all the way up, because I might want to turn it up. And it's much easier for me to turn it up here than it is to reach down here and mess with my amp. As well as if I'm on stage or if I'm in a live setting, it's gonna be much easier for me to turn up. And then if I just feel it, if I'm feeling it and I want to crank it up, you know, if I want to do a solo or something, you know, or stuff like that. You hear how I wouldn't be able to hear that. Brian, what's going on, man? I wouldn't be able to hear that as well if I didn't have my volume. So my volume right now is set on like 3.5. Some people mess up and they'll set their amp with their guitar on 10. That's not a good idea. And it might work in certain settings. There might be a certain sound that you get out of it for that, but that's not the best idea. To have more diversity and versatility, you want to set your amp with your volume at least half, or at the most half, and then set your amp. So I got my amp actually. My amp is on almost 9, like an 8.5. It's on like an 8.5. I ain't using no gain on this particular channel. This is just my regular channel. Yeah, that's right. And then I got my tone on my guitar too. So what I'm using that for is how bright it is. So if you're talking about tone, we got warm and bright. All right. If I take the brightness out, it's more warm. All right, that's what you call a warm sound. And listen, I'm not saying that that's not a good sound. That can be a good sound for a certain setting. All right. So if I have it too much, you hear how zingy it is? So this is really my treble. I can control my treble right here too, right? This is kind of like my highs, my mids a little bit, my highs and mids a little bit. It's right here. Yeah, see, volume on 10, you gotta stop. Yeah, but look, I hope this helps you. I hope, and I'm so glad you asked that question, man, and that you were brave enough to say, hey, how are you getting that sound, man? And I'm glad that you are able to say, hey, I've been messing up, and you can identify that, hey, I've been setting my amp up with my tone on 10. Then you have, where you gonna go? If you want to crank it up, you're gonna have to stop and change your amp and everything. So if you set at the bottom, and what a lot of guitarists to do is they'll set their volume right there on the edge of breakup. And so breakup is right there where you're beginning to overdrive the amp. And so I'm not talking about distortion, I'm talking about overdrive. When you're beginning to overdrive the amp, you can hear a little bit of breakup. All right. Oh man, oh, you out, man? Look, good night. Look, I got church in the morning too. I probably need to get off of here too. But look, man, thank you for being here, Gary. You take care, man. And I hope that lesson was a blessing to you with that flowetry. Say yes. But so and that's I wanna. That's good. Maybe just a little bit more brightness. Another thing that plays a factor is your pickups. See, I'm running humbuckers right now. Now, if I wanted more of, usually a single coil is brighter. It's got more of a, you hear how that sound? I just split my coils. So if you're able to do that, and then sometimes you got more than one tone knob, and that controls different ones. All right. So how I'm getting my tone, and like I said, in that reverb, so I'm gonna turn my reverb off. All right. And you can hear how plain it sounds. You hear how I don't got nothing in the back? Now it's good to practice like that, because sometimes reverb, that's how I get my help. All right. That's where my help come from. Listen, a good tone can make up for some bad playing sometimes. Am I lying? Am I lying? Somebody help me, man. Sometimes good tone can make up for poor playing. And they talking about this in the hands. Now, I don't know. There's a little effect right there. But so, as you hear, but I don't want too much reverb either. So let me go back. I can and this is spring reverb. So you'll have room reverb, you'll have hall, you'll have spring, plate reverb. It's a few different kinds of reverb you can have. But now if I get too, I don't want too much, because then it's gonna clutter. See, that's too much. And that might be a setting for that. That might be some good, lead stuff. If I was gonna play something that ain't got a lot of notes in it, maybe that works, right? He said it ain't got no. Yeah, if you ain't got no reverb, it's just bland. But sometimes they're good, right? It's good for health, right? It's good for health. But I don't want too much, so I got my reverb. And like I said, this particular amp is a little different. But I would say this is at about like a 40%, because I got it set on. Yes, that's way too wet, and that is another word used to describe it. That's still just a little bit too much, and that's good. I'm gonna back off on my tone just a little bit, because that was just a little bit bright for my liking. Y'all excuse me. I've been outside today, and y'all know it's that allergy time. It's that allergy time. But my garden out there growing, and praise God for that. You know, praise God for that. So um what I'm gonna pick it. So yeah, it's talking about tone, right? And if you go too high on your bass, it's gonna sound muddy. So if I turn my bass up higher, I don't want the bass or the thickness of it to overshadow. At the same time, if I don't have any bass, it's gonna be thin. I don't want my tone to be thin. And if you listen to these sounds, you'll hear these sounds because people are playing with different tones and getting different experiments. But you want a good all-around tone, or at least know what you're targeting, because you want to be intentional about your sound. From the chords that you play, I mean, you don't want to just play with no purpose. You want to be intentional. Like I'm a preacher, so I like to give 3 P's to playing guitar. Is patience, practice, and purpose. And if you use those, you're gonna learn and you're gonna grow in guitar. If you have patience and you know how to wait and listen and learn, and then if you practice those things that you learn, and if you practice them with intention, so you practicing them with purpose, I'm telling you, you'll grow and you'll get better. You'll grow and you'll get better. And so that's just, you know, you hear how it's kind of punchy, but it's thin. I don't like that. So I'm gonna take this back up. I said I had it about 75%. And my treble is also at about 75%. Now, if I wasn't messing with my tone here, I probably have my treble up higher on there because I'm trying to make up, because there's a particular sound that I want. So I hope that helps you, Alejandra. I hope that helps you. See, that's still, I want a little more. That's still a little too warm for me. And so we were talking about this progression and what other things we can do to add to it. Thank you. God bless you, Alejandro. So we got now. So this is why music theory helps. Okay, it helps to know music theory. So what up, and me and Pastor Mike have talked about this, but so especially when I'm playing this neo soul style stuff, right? And we're talking about inversions and substitutions. I'm thinking, okay, so this is E major 7, which the relative minor, which is just one note away from being the same chord, one note away, which is that C minor. That's the defining note that makes the difference between that C sharp minor, so that C sharp, and this E is the only one. That's the only difference. Look, so if I put that pinky on there, now it's an E because I erased this. So the bottom half of it, right? The bottom half of it is the same. Essentially, it's the same. So I can substitute. So I can go here. And let me see. So likewise, what would if this is the minor version, what would his major relative be? My F sharp minor. I mean, my F sharp dominant. All right. So now I'm learning what other things I can do. So I could go. What would be next? Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. That's my relative to that. My relative to this is this, and then I can get back to my E, right? hope I ain't confused. I hope I ain't lose you. I almost lost myself. So essentially what I can do, well, actually that's supposed to be a 7. I'm sorry. A dominant 7. No, I want to play major. Because what I'm thinking, excuse me, I want to play an E. Because I'm doing it in reverse. All right. So, I got this C minor. I'm gonna play it here. Just because look. Now I can't play here. And I want to play along with the track and let you hear how that sounds. It might sound different to the naked ear. So I could be doing this. Listen. Now I'm gonna play the inversions, okay? I'm gonna play the inversions. Starting with the C minor instead of the E. Now I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stay here. Well, I can take it here. What's going on? I want to go another route instead of going to the E. I think I can do the 1. Let me hear how that sounds. So we got C minor. I like that better. I like that better. I like that better. Let's go with that. Let's go C minor 7. And then let's go to the regular way. Again. Now we're going. Or we can hit some high pass tones, right? I think one of them was right here. Pastor Mike, you take care, man. I know you got church in the morning too. I'm about to get off of here. So all right, what is the chord after C sharp minor? So we got, it's starting off on E major 7. This is probably following the bass notes. And that's the thing about neo soul is like if you can't just listen to one part. It's really stays there. 4. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You say that you care. And so we were talking about dynamic and adding stuff and how we gonna get to it. So how we go? We go. And when we get bored of that, then we start doing slides. Then maybe we slide into it. I think that's probably what the track is doing. And all I'm doing is I'm just going back up. So I walk it down and I walk it back up. But as we get into it, we got to talking about dominance and leading tones with dominance. So we got to talking about dominance and diminished chords. And so these are passing by tones. These are tones that it ain't something we just settling with. Tremaine, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, man. That's probably that's the basic fundamentals of it. But if you want to add to it, right? If I want to do more than we was talking about, what we could do, we could. We doing diminish. But I think we actually did. Because we got that one measure. That's another measure. And then it's two measures right here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So on that second measure of C sharp minor, I can be thinking of how I'm going to get back to the beginning. And so that's where you're passing by tones. You can put lead notes right here so you can go. So that is actually because we're in the key of B, even though we're not playing the B, we're in the key of B major. So what's that? A flat minor pentatonic scale will work. Or I can hit this C sharp, which is here too. Especially since we're on top of that C. And you don't have to play it like that. You can go here. I need that thumb to mute that. But that's the same thing. Listen. So this is gonna be from the top. We can do the same thing right there. And so that's getting into triads. For my triad lovers, you could do that. And that's the same as this move here. Let's see, it would be, yeah. Same here. So I can go. Those are my triads, and look how easy that is. I mean, oh my goodness, y'all. So I'm coming here, and all I'm doing is breaking down these shapes. So if you're ever trying to find the triad to something, if you know a chord, you know the triad. If you know the chord, you know several triads. Every chord consists of so many different triads. I'm trying to look. So if I'm playing this E string, let's just take E since we're starting at an E minor, right? I mean a E major 7. Since we're starting there, we can take this E that's right here, right? We can take that, right? We can take that, but we can break it up. So if I break it up, what's at the bottom? This is what I'm barring. Remember what you're barring. So that's the bottom. So those are my bottom 3 strings for that E note. I mean, for that E chord, right? Then I want to find the triad for this D sharp minor or E flat minor 7. So I know this is an E flat minor 7. So how do I get, where's the bottom of that? Same thing. So if you know the chord, you know the triad to go with it. Same thing right here. And that's what I was doing. So I'm just taking the bottom. So where's my minor 7? Here's a piece of it. I'm keeping that same shape because I'm going to a C sharp minor 7. So here we got, excuse me. You see that? And I ain't the best, y'all. But I like playing full chords. And that's the same thing as playing this right here. Oh, excuse me. It's just gonna sound different because the bass notes are on a different string. But since it's a different shape, my fingers are in different spaces, so I can get different things. Like, so if I'm here, I can hit these. And my R&B lovers know those sounds. And look, listen, if you know chords, you can master. And here's the thing, I don't really practice them a lot because I play by myself a lot. The things about triads is when you're playing with bands, right? And you're playing with multiple instruments, that guitar really stands out with them high strings. I mean, if we're doing this key, let's see. That sound right there is so you like that's guitar. You don't hear that from another instrument. That's unique to guitar, and that's a piece of a triad. Triads. Learn the triads. But if you know a chord, break that chord down and say, okay, what strings am I covering in this chord on the bottom? So I'm covering for this. And then if you're sliding into, oh, excuse me. And even your pass by stuff. So let's see. What we do? We did this. So I got my triad. But then I go to this. Excuse me, y'all. I go here. Cause I want to play my dominant, right? Or I could do this. Now, on the way down is different. Excuse me. I wouldn't play it on the way down because I'm not passing that tone. I need to target this chord. That's that dominant. And the reason, and like I said, all you gotta do is look at, break that chord down. And we could break it down note for note and know exactly that we, in that case, we playing the 1, the 3, and the flat 7, or the 1, the 5, and the flat 7, which then we get to talking about shells. But we can't go that deep today. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go that deep today. But, and so we're talking about inversion. Nope. Where would I go? Yeah. Let's play the track. Short stroke. We just changing, that's just a different voicing. So that's where we going. Then we're going to a different part of the song. So we're going. Or if we're here. I think we played this. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, okay. So, and reason I know a minor third up or a minor third down, and I can get away with playing that. So. Or what's the 5 of the 3? So. So that's a 2-5-1 back to it. So how we gonna get back to the top? Now, I'm thinking how to get back to the top. I could go how the song goes. So there's 4. My man, short stroke, he like the number system. So there's the 4 in the key of B, the 3, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2. I mean 2, 2, 3, Let's go. 5. So we're going 5, 1. But if I'm looking at E major 7 as the 1, it's the 4. But if I'm looking at it as the 1, then I want to do a 2, 5, 1 to it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the 2, which would be F sharp minor. But because I'm in the key of B flat, I want to consider what key I'm in. So I'm going to go F sharp dominant. And then I want to do a B dominant 7. Okay? So let's hear how that's 2, 5, 1 always take you back to the top. So let's do that. And then what we hear the actual song do, I did the 1. How we gonna get back? Let's hit the 3. Let's do a 2, 5, 1. What I did there, I played secondary dominant to the actual dominant of the tonic, which is and what you can do. So I missed. Well, actually, since I'm already down here, it'd probably be best. So let's do that. But we got to time it better. My bad. There it is. Am I helping somebody? I hope I ain't lose you. I hope look, I need to know what level y'all at, and I don't want to lose you. We can back it back down. We can go to 1 string if you want to. Let's see. I think we did it. We made it. And that was minor 7 flat 5. 7. But let's go. That's it. My bad. See how this sound. Oh, I'm just experimenting now. Hold on. And we'll play along with the track some more. I'm sorry, y'all. I actually gotta get up. Oh Lord, I didn't even realize it was this. Yes. Relative minor. Yes. The relative minor. And that is why you see me playing. So I could do this. Excuse me. Oh, that last note was wrong. I want to end here. Oh, my man, Guitar Reese, come in here talking about guitars, man. Look, every time I see it, every time I see y'all, make sure y'all go subscribe to my. Who else in here posts and uploads on YouTube, man? Y'all make sure y'all show some love. But if y'all subscribe to Guitar Reese, man, let me tell you something. You gonna see a new guitar every video. This man, they say, yeah, pulled this one out of storage. I said, my goodness, man, that man he got more guitars than draws, man. So I can take that same approach. But what I was doing is starting on the B minor. I mean, the B major. Or actually, now you can get away with playing that as a minor. So what is that? A sharp, B flat. Yeah. B flat minor 7. You could get away with that. Let's hear how it sounds. Here we go. So we got the minor 7 flat 5 sounds much better right there versus the B flat minor 7. Let's hear it. Hey, look, man. I got like one more space on my little rack over here, and man, one time I thought I was gonna, so I had bought a new guitar, right? And then I got another new guitar like a month later. Y'all don't judge me. I just seen a deal. I couldn't resist it, right? And so if you look, they similar colors, and I thought because I got similar colors, my wife wouldn't know. She knew. She found out. She said, I said, you know, that new guitar I got. She said, it must be a new one, because that ain't the same one. Couldn't even say nothing, man. Couldn't even say nothing. So we experimenting with sounds, y'all. Or inversions. Or so let's go to it. I like the way that sounds going up instead of going down. So that's why I like that minor 7 flat 5 better. How does that sound? That really muddies it up a little bit. So let me see. Let's see. So how could we take we just playing around. We finding out what we can do. Shout out to Nuka for the subscription. And look, sometimes play around, see what you can find, see what sounds good. So, oh, yes, it is E major. It's really B, but it's heavy on that E, and so all the moves are surrounded around you. You so man, guitar reason boy, you got that ear. All the moves are surrounded around the key of E. So when I'm doing that 2-5-1. But I'm just playing around and seeing what else would work. So because that E major 7, it is so close to being a B major. So if we did, and then I'm gonna go to the 7. Excuse me. And then to the minor. And I'm just seeing how that works. I'm just experimenting, seeing what we can get to change up some sounds. We was talking about dominant chords. Let's see, what was it? Yeah. But I wouldn't, let's see. And you could also, yes. You could. And then I did. So talking through it, we're going from the 4 to the 3 to the 2. Let's do 2 dominant. I mean 3 dominant. Or let's see. Sorry about that note. That wasn't supposed to be in there, but it's E, so it works. But all right, let's wrap it up. Let's just walk from the 1 on down. Let's go. We saying goodnight. I missed it. I missed it. But yeah, yes, exactly, bro. Reese. Yo, 4-3-2. Yes, that's the 3-2, and then yeah, we can go there. We can go there. We can go there. Saying good night. That was the wrong note. That's it. Oh, y'all, say good night with me. Say good night with me. If you got your guitar, we gonna 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2. Just give me 3. I forgot how to count. It's time to go to sleep. See, it starts sounding thick, Well, I'm gonna go after that. I'm gonna go after that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I was supposed to be gone, y'all. I'm sorry. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Play your guitar. Like I said, have patience, practice. And when you practice, practice with a purpose. Okay. Thank y'all for joining in. That concludes our lesson, man. I hope it's been beneficial to you. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you haven't, and you're still there, you're still hanging on, make sure you hit that like button. Thank you for joining in with me on the comments. And thank you all for subscribers. I see during this session we had Nukuth. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. The guitar, my man. Kashif, what's going on, man? I just woke up again. Look, I was about to say good night. What's going on, my man? My man, the Guitar Players Club. Look, that's another one of my fellow guitar teachers, man. Y'all be sure to go and subscribe to his channel, man. Guitar Reese, who was in here, as well as the Guitar Players Club. That's my man Kashif Kennedy. Y'all make sure y'all go and subscribe to them. Look, my eyes watering and stuff, they dry. I've been on here for a while. Listen, I hope this been beneficial to you. How long I've been on here? I don't know. What the time at? I don't see.